We're at the Striker Strong Golf Tournament here at Frank's house in Bessemer, Alabama, and we're going to talk some football. We got a great guest on for today's show. Clinton Dix. You guys remember him, one of the all-time greats at Alabama, along with Jake Coker. And I heard him say it before. He loved playing with Jake. So you guys get to hear that too. We're going to talk about it right here on the show. Let's get this thing started. You didn't like my intro.
Well, we never played together.
He likes your game. He likes your game. He likes your game. He just looks younger than you.
That's because I'm around these young kids.
Yeah, that's because I'm around him.
I'm giving you some gray hair. So. Man, there's been a lot of great players that have come through at Alabama, but Clinton Dix, man, you're one of one of my all-time favorites. Like, you talk about him being one of yours. Like I went as a fan to a ton of those games that you guys played, and watch you guys whoop ass. I mean, it was crazy how many games you guys won when you were at Alabama.
Yeah, like I told you earlier, man, we never went into a game thinking we were going to lose. The way we prepared, the way we practiced, the way we took advantage of our meetings, our scout teams, our walkthroughs. Man, Saban had us prepared, man. And when you saw Saban on Saturdays chewing us out, it's because we went through a play 100 times already during the week. And when you see that same formation in the game, you mess it up, he has a reason to chew your ass out. And that's where that really came from.
Is that the kind of coach you are?
Well, let's see, I coach alignment, assignment, technique, and communication. If you can't do those things, you can't play. So that's what I grace myself on, is just making sure you got the line to play ball.
But you getting people's ass like that?
Absolutely. and they respond well. Why? Because I've been where they're trying to go.
Yeah, right.
So they take it really well. Some of them in the beginning they don't, but once they realize who I am and what I do, man, they respect a lot of it.
Let me ask you this. I got a question for you. I remember when Manti Te'o was talking about how he knew they were basically getting their ass whipped before the national championship game, and I remember you and AJ kind of getting after him a little bit on social media. Seemed like there was a little backstory there. Can you talk about that or no?
Well, I mean, I can. I just think he was telling a lie all week. I mean, all week he was in the media about him and his girlfriend and how he was going to go out and play for his girlfriend. And come to find out, that was never true. Like, none of those things ever happened with his girlfriend. And I don't want to. Let me not say that, but.
We can take that out.
For some reason, what he was saying was not true.
That.
And we knew it wasn't true. All right. And it was just a bunch of mess, man. We just got tired of hearing and seeing him in the news, man. And so we had our mind made up that we were going to beat the shit out of them. And it was easy.
I was on the sideline for that one and hanging out with Vince Vaughn. I'm watching you guys warm up, I swear I got my picture with it. I was like, man, Notre Dame, they look big. And then Eddie ran over that dude. I was like, oh my God, this is like a little league team.
It's gonna be a long night.
Yeah,
a long night. I'm kind of glad they got the playoffs now, because it actually gives people a chance to, be able to play. I think we lost to Johnny Manziel that year, and we didn't know if we were going to get back in, but of course we did get back in. And I don't think Notre Dame even lost a game that year. Mm-hmm. But the conference they play in is.
Hell, back then they weren't even in a conference.
Oh, they weren't.
They were just independent.
Yeah, independent.
Now I think they got to play a few ACC teams.
Right.
Good, but
I think they're technically independent. But yeah, I mean, like, they weren't playing the schedule you guys.
No. So they shouldn't have been there in the first place. And Teo knew that.
And that's what I mean when we talk about playing the SEC. I mean, it's a different culture down here. I mean, kids grew up playing down here. It's almost a livelihood, even though you're not getting paid. I mean. You're judged based on how you played football a lot of times, even in high school.
Yeah.
People, the way they think about you for a long time is, was he physical out there? Would he, would he step in front of a train? Was he tough or not? So it's different around here, man. And we talked about Kalen DeBoer before we started the show, coming from the Northwest to the Southeast. And I think there's definitely a little bit of a culture shock there, trying to understand how the culture of football works down here. And I think he's figuring that out.
Oh, most definitely, man. I mean, just, watching KD from last year to now, I think he's a different coach. Just the way he applies pressure on our players, makes these guys, practice a standard. I don't want to speak too much on him, but I'm watching him chew ass a little bit, man.
Yeah,
It's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see.
Well, that's what we saw. I saw Jeremy Bernard talking about it last week. He even said that there has been a little change in his demeanor on the practice field, and I think you got to have that. You know, I mean, again, especially down here, the pressure's a lot higher, the bar is set a lot higher. I mean, you got to be that guy at some point.
And I think he's doing a great job. Like I said, I can't wait to see him. I mean, his pregame speeches are pretty nice.
No, I saw one of those.
Pretty nice. Oh, yeah. And I didn't expect that from him, but I'm loving it.
Yeah, he's a fantastic person. I mean, I think that like in life, you look around and you're like, you know, who is this person, right? He's a winning type of person. He's a great guy, means well, and it's a different kid.
Right.
I mean, you guys were at Alabama. It took you graduating to be able to transfer. From Florida State. You know, you couldn't transfer really. Right. Now, I mean, if somebody gets their feelings hurt, they can just pack up and leave, you know. So and I feel like this, you know, as a parent too, like it's just the way you deal with kids is different now.
Right. And I think you're right, man. And just being able to have to, like I was saying earlier, like I came in as a 5-star thinking I'm going to play right away. And once I realized I had Will Larry in front of me, he was a 5'6" white boy playing safety.
I know him.
He's an animal. You know, once I realized how good he was, I was like, you know what? I probably need to get better. And I just had to wait my turn, man. And that's really what it's all about. I think that development is really a big part that kids are missing out on by transferring so much and building relationships. Right? I tell our players all the time, life moves at the speed of relationships. And if you're bouncing around from school to school, who are you going to connect with? Who are you going to create relationships with? And it hurts them in the end.
Yeah, that's what when I think about, you know, going back to when I transferred, I mean, it wasn't an easy decision.
Right.
I wanted to play at Alabama. My goal was, or, you know, my lifelong dream was to play at Alabama, but you know how recruiting works. Like, I mean, some things work, some things don't.
Right.
It's all about timing. But it was hard to leave Florida State, man. I love my coaches, love my teammates. It was a really difficult decision because I was leaving a lot of guys, you know, in my wedding, a lot of my best friends.
Right.
And I just don't know if kids even put in the time to build those relationships anymore or to see it through. And I felt like I had seen it through at FSU. Had Jameis Winston, who was going to be the starter next year. I'm going into my 4th year. You know, I mean, it's kind of a clear-cut decision. Even my coaches knew that I needed to go.
Right.
So, I mean, I think sometimes it works and it makes sense. But nowadays you're seeing kids just up and leave for almost no reason because their feelings are hurt.
Right. And that's, I mean, your situation is different. You're there for a couple of years, right? And you understood. It's kind of like Caleb Downs, right? He came here to play Alabama, to play for Nick Saban, to play for the great Alabama. And now your coach leaves. He was a great player, did everything right, never missed a meeting, never missed a class. And, you know, he wanted to look at his opportunities. And Ohio State was his favorite next team. He goes to the next year and wins a championship. So,
and the money was probably pretty good.
And the money was, of course, we know that.
Yeah,
I mean, he had everybody
$3 million's a lot. I mean, look, I can't blame you earlier.
I don't think I would have came to Bama if NIL was in place when I was in school.
Yeah,
I'm going to the highest bidder.
Yeah. Well, we might have been the highest bidder.
Huh?
Well, Ryan Day, I really love Alabama. Well, how's a Ferrari sound?
Pretty nice car.
Right.
You
You guys got to play for like the legend, though. Man, there's never going to be another Nick Saban.
No,
you can't. There'll never be a coach that can develop into what Coach Saban was later on in his career. He'll never have time to do that. Kids will just leave. He'll have no talent left. You can't treat kids that way, and by that I mean developing them in the right way, in my opinion. Because if you think it's tough with Coach Saban, you know, cussing you out at practice, wait till you leave and you got to figure out how to raise a family because it get a lot worse.
Yeah, trust me. When your kid gets in trouble and you got to go to school and face all this. Like, I didn't even play for Saban. I can just imagine.
At least Coach Saban has your back, even though he's cussing you out.
Right.
You know, I mean, you still got to play for the team.
And he'll apologize later on. He'll call you to his office, not apologize, but he'll call you to his office and say, hey, you know, who won the game last night in the basketball game, the Magic versus the Mavericks? He'll just ask a crazy question to see if you're okay, but he's not apologizing. But he'll check back in on you after you chew out all
You good? You good?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, get the fuck out of here.
Did you ever have a big disagreement with Coach Saban, and how'd that turn out?
No, you don't disagree with him. Not me. Maybe the quarterback, but not me. I mean, he's a DB coach, so I have to deal with him every day. I mean, I wish he just missed a meeting. He never missed a meeting. Never missed a day. So no, I didn't disagree with him at all.
How much of what he taught you did you use in the NFL? How did that help you?
Well, a lot of his coaches that he played with in the beginning are NFL coaches. I played for Dom Capers, and he worked for Dom Capers for a very long time. So it was a lot of familiarity from defenses, and it was actually dumbed down when I got to the NFL. A lot of things that we were doing in the NFL were a lot lesser than what I was doing at Bama. I'm asking Dom Capers, like, how come we can't check to this? Well, everybody's not going to get that. Well, I did this in college, and he just harped on, man, and, coming from the same system that, you kind of want guys to play fast and not think a lot, man. I just think being prepared at the University of Alabama made the NFL a lot easier for me from that standpoint of, recognizing formations and plays and knowing what kind of route concepts I'm getting. So that was definitely a plus. Now, the hard part was tackling these big-ass backs.
Yeah.
Right, which I did have, Derrick Henry, of course, Trent Richardson, of course, Eddie Lacy. So I had the opportunity, but when I had to go in my first game and tackle Marshawn Lynch, I got welcomed to the NFL pretty quick.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
That's a big body.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Did you collect any of the jerseys and stuff? Because I remember seeing you guys at the end of games all talking and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a lot of jerseys. The Green Bay didn't necessarily let you trade your game jersey, so you had to kind of actually bring the jerseys that you purchased the year before, and then you just exchange them with them. But you didn't really get to exchange the ones you were in the game.
Yeah.
With them. And a lot of guys didn't like that shit. But it was pretty dope, man. I got a lot of jerseys.
That'd be cool. Like I would think, like if you were at that level, I worked in Major League Baseball, and it's like Ryan Sandberg told me, he was like, "Look, I got autographs of everybody I could get." He's like, "I got an amazing collection, starting with his first All-Star game." So I don't think it's a bad thing to collect that stuff. But then it becomes like not just memorabilia, but a lot of that stuff's worth a ton of money down the line too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say a name, but one of my former teammates sold my jersey that I traded with him in the NFL, and that kind of hurt my feelings. But, hey, you gotta do it
unless you needed the
money. Hey, it's okay. If you needed the money, I appreciate it. I mean, that's what it's for, man. It's a collectible item, and if you needed it, man, you do that. But I was a little upset.
I'd have felt the same way.
What's the best memorabilia piece you got?
I got one of my college teammates' rings, college rings.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Because guys were selling their rings in college.
Who was it sold their rings and jersey on Pawn Stars?
Yeah,
we were for $50,000 or something like that.
It was a guy named Robinson that transferred and played running back at Texas. At the 2020 ring set on Pawn Stars, he sold, and I want to say it was like
$50,000, somewhere around there.
Yeah. For the three, I think it was the 3 set.
That's beautiful. That's a nice price for what I paid for them. Because they were just giving, like, they were selling them for dirt cheap. I mean, like you said, the NIL wasn't around when we were in school.
Yeah.
So, guys had families and kids already in college, man, and they wanted the money. And a lot of them didn't even contribute in those games. So it felt like the ring didn't have any meaning to them.
Yeah.
But I bet now, looking back now, and being a lot older, I wishing they didn't do that.
Well, they can just call the athletic director and they'll let them buy another one. The crazy thing about those rings is that the actual value of the ring had to be under $500. You remember that?
Yeah.
Right. Even though they looked beautiful,
right?
But that's crazy. That's great. Those are great pieces.
You might mess up the market by saying that.
I got a World Series ring at the Cubs, and they made me sign a document that said that if I sold it, they had the right to buy it back for $1.
Damn.
Yeah, that's all of us that got one.
Better make friends with those guys.
Well, I mean, not that anybody wants my name on a ring, but I mean, still, it's like that was crazy. Right. Think about like the intrinsic value is gone immediately. That's crazy. Do you have them displayed? You got like a display spot?
My mom hasn't put up in the safe.
Really?
She hasn't put up. She won't even let me. She just started letting me get my rings back now because I'm here now, of course, and I go to different events and fundraisers, and I like to wear them a lot. But they're put up.
Sound like him.
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying about your teammates that didn't play a whole. I mean, my Florida State rings. I'd never sell them, but
I'm gonna talk to you after the
because I can tell the way he said that.
Hey, buddy.
There is a price. He's just expanding his house, doing all this work.
Let me know.
I might have a buyer for you.
Remember now, they're only $500 now.
Yeah,
that's right. One day I'll have a spot to put them where I, feel comfortable putting them.
Yeah,
but. When you didn't contribute too much, I mean, I was on crutches making sure the signals went in right, and I screwed that job up too.
Oh man, the cool thing is that, like, he left, you came in, like this was the heart of the Bama dynasty. Yeah. We had Baron Huber on last show. It was like the beginning of it, and I remember the process that those guys went through from being, not able to finish a game in the fourth quarter to, talking about guys like Will Lowry and those guys, like kind of, maybe they weren't all 5-star guys, but they were really fundamentally sound. They were really mean and tough guys. Yeah. And then you guys came in, and there were a lot of 5-stars and 4-stars. You had the teams that you played on, arguably the most talented teams that Alabama had.
I could agree. But
2013 and 2014, everybody thought the dynasty was dead. I mean, they, you could see the montages were everywhere because we lost in 2014, and of course they were saying we don't have quarterback and all that, and
not the problem.
Why didn't they put you in, Coach?
No, but I mean it was literally, I mean, it was just toughness. That's all it was. Just out grinding people. Our defense was so damn good. We had Derek. I mean, it was just wearing people out. There's not a team we played that entire year that I didn't feel like didn't give up except for Clemson. That was the only team that, and they went on to win it the next year. But I mean, I don't know, man. Coach Saban, he's got away with I don't know if it's brainwashing people or whatever, but he gets everybody on the same page, and everybody's mean as hell.
Mm-hmm. Great leadership.
It's the system, man. Whatever the system he created is second to none, man. And everybody believes in it, and it works. If everybody's bought in, and the ones that are not bought in probably didn't make it far.
Yeah. Well, and this is something you've talked about too, like the buy-in, that it wasn't necessarily Coach Saban yelling at people. Could be somebody in the locker room that didn't like your effort that day.
Oh yeah.
And they might take it under their kind of their style of leadership to maybe get you in line.
Yeah, style or ass whooping. Because when I watch Courtney Upshaw do to a player, man, I'd be damned if I fall out of line. Right after practice.
I saw somebody after we lost in the Sugar Bowl, act like it wasn't a big deal. And Reuben Foster, man, he didn't put up with that very long. And that was the tone.
I loved him.
The rest of the offseason. I mean, it was brutal in there.
I mean, I knew it was a problem my freshman year when we lost to LSU at home, one of those field goals, and Kay Foster came into training. I guess we had our little run through, walk through practice, and he had shit in his shoe.
You were there for it.
I was there for that. And Kay was not happy. Kay was not happy.
Yeah,
either.
I mean, that wouldn't make my day.
Yeah, he wanted to fight whoever. And Kay's a big guy.
Right, but he really didn't.
Shouldn't me. Literally.
Maybe when he figured out who really dookied in his shoe, he was like,
I know who it was, but he don't want to know who it was.
I don't even want to ask.
No, I couldn't tell you.
I don't even want to
I'll tell you off of here.
That needs to
I've heard grumbling. Hey, I'll tell you what, though, when we played him again, there were a lot of made kicks.
You know what I'm saying? So it worked,
I love that national championship. That was one of my favorite experiences as a Bama fan. I sat next to the whole Smelly family, they were sitting right next to us. Cheryl Yingling got me tickets from Yingling Lager. We were basically on the 50, but in the upper deck, first and second row. I had such a great time watching that game. Man. Yeah. I wanted to beat them.
Yeah.
They talk a lot of shit, LSU. Look, I respect the shit talk that they're professional shit talkers at LSU, but it was great whooping their ass. Like
did they score that game?
They didn't get the ball past the 50. And I remember coming in and all the talk.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to a game with just as a fan around there?
I hadn't been to an LSU game as a fan. No.
You don't even know.
Actually, I have, but it was in Tuscaloosa.
Okay, well, down there, and then afterwards, it was real quiet.
Oh yeah, Bourbon Street was wide open.
It was, yeah. But they were good, man. I mean, those Alabama LSU games were battles back then.
Yeah.
Did y'all go home after the national championship, or did y'all stay?
We stayed the night and then we went home the next morning.
Yeah, no, so did we. Yeah. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, but it was quiet. Bet y'all had a good time in Bourbon Street after that.
Had a great time. Got all my ones.
Big Daddies.
I had a blast.
Oh, that's a great town, especially after you win a game like that. Going down there on Bourbon Street. Oh man, that's so funny.
What was y'all? What do you feel like was y'all's most memorable win outside of a national championship?
I would say being Johnny Manziel in Texas A&M.
Yeah. Was that
2000?
Was that after the year?
It's like 59-zip, wasn't it?
No, hell no. That was a close game.
It was a close
That's
one.
when Vinny returned the interception for touchdown.
Okay.
Yes.
They turned the AC off on y'all too, didn't they?
They did something on the benches. Yeah, that was a tough game. That was a big game.
That's what I always heard. I can't remember who was. I feel like it was multiple people. They said the visitor locker room, man, they shut that AC off at halftime, made y'all bacon there.
That was a good game, man. I mean, Mike Evans, Johnny football, couldn't stop him.
Johnny's one of the best college quarterbacks to ever. I mean, the accuracy he had throwing on the run.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you couldn't draw anything up to stop him. I felt like you just had to out athlete everybody else on the field.
You had to pray.
Yeah.
All you could do was pray, make a mistake.
He's going to be on the Vanderbilt sideline.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Why?
I guess he sees Diego, and they're kind of like, Diego's a good quarterback too, man.
He is. Don't get it twisted now. He's a baller.
You know what I like about him is that in sports, when you don't have to fit the frame to be able to go out there and play, like you're talking about Will Lowry, like it's you just go out there and do what you do and see what happens. He's one of those guys. Nobody would give him a chance. He went to New Mexico or wherever he was, and then he did well there. They beat Auburn. He goes to Vanderbilt, and he's a legitimate Heisman candidate.
I don't know about that, but there's some people with an edge that just win.
Yeah,
no matter what their measurables are.
Right.
I mean, you just and you spend at first you meet them and you're like, man, who's this guy?
Yeah.
And then you spend enough time with them and you realize they actually believe that much in themselves, and they'll do whatever it takes to win. And he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
So while we have made jokes about Vanderbilt, I mean, he's a dude.
Yeah.
No, he is. I mean, the one thing you can't measure is the heart and the mind. And I'm pretty sure his shit is pretty strong.
Yeah, he is.
You don't do that to Vanderbilt. I mean, he's been to me, I mean, I think Clark Lee's a good coach, but to me, he's the guy who's transitioned Vanderbilt into what they are right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Who's and I guess as we kind of wrap things up on the show today, your all-time favorite Bama players? It'd be like 2 or 3, 4 guys that stand out. I know one for you. Probably be Derrick Henry. But
yeah. Most thankful for that one.
I love Derrick Henry. He's a Raven. Most thankful.
That's a good question, man. My first one probably be Mark Barron.
Oh, yeah.
I was putting him up there.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Was Mark, was he a senior when you were a freshman?
Yeah, he was a senior.
Okay.
Yep, he was a senior.
He was a St. Paul's guy.
When he came to Bama, it was a big deal. And I remember going through the whole recruiting back then, and that was one of the things that Saban really brought was winning over those kind of guys.
Right.
Yeah. I remember in high school he was playing receiver a bunch in high school, and we were playing somebody, and I can't remember the story is that Major Applewhite was like, "Hey, y'all need to put him on defense," and it was like first and goal from the 3, and he made all 4 tackles to stop whoever we were playing.
Wow.
And it was kind of like the remember the Titans moment when Sunshine's in there and he throws a touchdown, and they're like, we got ourselves a quarterback.
Yeah, Mark would be my first. I would say Amari Cooper, because without him, I don't think we win that second natty. He was an animal.
God, he's so good.
Coop was different, man.
Yeah.
He was.
Precision.
A guy that understood what needed to be done in terms of route running. I don't know if I've played with anybody like that.
Who would be another one? That's all I can think about right now. Those 2 guys that I've played with, of course.
Yeah.
I got to put Ardarius in there.
Stu?
Yeah.
Man.
Stu was a young pup. He was one of my young pups.
Oh man, you talk about
You got some stories with him.
I mean, a wild man, and one of the most fun guys to play with because he was so physical.
Yeah,
and he didn't give a damn. I mean, I can tell you some stories, but he
off air.
Yeah, I mean, funny as hell, as loyal as they come.
Yeah.
I remember we lost to Ole Miss. He came to me on the sideline and talked to me for a while because I in those moments you feel like you lost the game and I don't know, just had my back the entire time throughout that season. You know,
is he coaching now? He's coaching somewhere now. That's awesome. Good for him.
What's it like when you, as a quarterback, have a relationship with a wide receiver like that?
Him and Richard Mullaney. I was I was closest to them two. We were closer in age. You know, Calvin was a true freshman, and I loved, and so Robert Foster and Ardarius. I mean, we spent a lot of time running the twos the year prior. So, you know, we had become pretty good friends, and and then Calvin came in. He's a true freshman when he had that great year, my senior year, and Richard Mullaney transferred in my senior year as well. So, and me and Richard quickly he's one of my best friends, and so I mean, we were all real close. Calvin was kind of the last piece of the puzzle, and Robert had a great year till he got hurt.
Yeah,
but Calvin was so good. I mean, had he understood exactly what he needed to do from day one, I mean, he'd have been that guy all year long, and he'd have had an even better year. But he just got thrown in the fire so early, and just had to learn as he went, and he learned pretty quick, obviously. But man, that whole team is kind of, I mean, it's that Coach Saban way, or that Coach Saban team where everybody was tough as hell. Now, you know, if I ran the ball and I went down a little too easy, I was hearing about it from that D line now. I mean, I remember I almost scored against Texas A&M, got tackled on the 2-yard line, and you know, we won the game. Everybody was pretty happy, and I was sitting on the bus to the airport next to Ashawn, and Ashawn goes, "Man, you're lucky I couldn't get my hands on you after you got tackled on the 2-yard line."
Damn Robinson.
I can still see
he was
those guys
sitting on the right side of the bus. I was on the left. And I think I was sitting next to Richard, and I was like, "Hey, I'll take the window seat. let me get away from this dude."
Hey, son,
All right, final question. What's it going to take for this Bama team to win the championship?
Man, discipline. Consistency, of course, and just moving on one game at a time, like Coach KD says, one game at a time, 1-0 every week. And I think that's really important. Just keep growing together as a unit. And I don't see anybody stopping these guys as long as they continue to grow each and every week, man. That's going to be important. And just keep bringing the juice, man. You know, our not practice squad, but our walk-ons don't get enough love. But those guys really come to work every day and put in some work for these guys to go out and be successful. And I love those guys, man. They're some good dudes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Ha-Ha on that one. I mean, I think we got the tools. Obviously, on offense, defense, having a lot of injuries. I mean, health to me is probably the biggest key. Man, I don't think we can lose anybody else on defense.
I agree.
Yep. Those guys healthy.
But I mean, I love the way we look right now, getting better every week. As long as we keep those guys that we got, and a few guys come back. I hope Tim's full speed now.
Yep.
I mean, I think he's getting there, but
made a difference last week.
Yeah.
Wasn't even 100% healthy, but made his aura, just being around the team.
That first play, he made a statement. I mean, I feel like it was the first play for scrimmage. They tried to run the ball, man. It was like stonewalled him. Yep. You know,
it ain't happening.
Yeah, well, great to see you, Ha-Ha, Clinton Dix, and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
And Roll Tide. And we'll be back next week with 2 shows here on Last Call. We're brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi, the Azaleas, the Oaks, 2 amazing golf courses at Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. Let me play their spokesman, and we'll see you guys next time.
I may not suit up on Saturdays anymore, but I'm still in the game.
Let's roll!
In here, I call the plays, make adjustments, and lay it on the line. Want to feel that fire, that rush? Then you've got to get in the game. I used to say it in the tunnel, and I still say it now. Let's roll.